your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Got a feeling that a few of you spent a little time outdoors this evening. Maybe it was just on your back deck or patio on your front porch for a little bit, and for good reason. It is really nice out there, very comfortable. No issues with any precipitation, and temperatures in the low 60s. The humidity levels have dropped, and there's been a nice little breeze out there as well. This same nice weather carries into tomorrow. Highs very comfortable into the lower 70s. Lots of sunshine throughout the day, but it may not last too long. We'll talk about changes with warmer air and rain returning. We'll let you know when all of that occurs when we come back. WCIA3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA3 News.
Smoke a cigar, have a few drinks. It's all good.
It's a semblance of normalcy as Phase 3 opened with dinner and drinks. Retail stores, restaurants, and bars aren't the only ones with new rules. What changes are coming for churches? Protests over George Floyd's death are popping up all over the nation, including in Champaign.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
This is our way to relax, take off for, an hour or two in the afternoon on Friday.
Tonight was the first time in months people have been able to sit outside at restaurants and bars, and those who chose to go out filled downtown Champaign and Urbana. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. Today started Phase 3 of the governor's executive order. Businesses have been in a frenzy preparing for this, and all day people filtered in and out, taking part in the change. WCIA3's Jennifer Jensen has more.
The outside of restaurants and bars looks a lot different than it has in the past 3 months.
Finally been able to do it. It's been fantastic.
Outdoor seating is now up and running at many places, and for some, that means their social life is back on.
Smoke a cigar, have a few drinks. It's all good.
Those who decided to venture out and take advantage of the latest change to the governor's executive order say this day has been one they've been waiting for as the COVID-19 pandemic has stretched on.
Well, normal schedules just get thrown out the window. We've got a 4-year-old at home, so not being able to be in preschool or anything like that, and 2 of us trying to work from home. I'm self-employed. It's been very hectic.
Byron Denhart and his friends welcomed the normalcy back with open arms.
It feels pretty good. We've been doing this for years, come here on a Friday.
These businesses have been required to keep at least 6 feet of separation between each of the tables, among other guidelines to keep people safe. And while Champaign police said officers will periodically patrol the downtown area to monitor overall safety, they wouldn't be sending designated details to enforce executive order compliance. Urbana PD is also taking a similar approach when it comes to this.
There will be no police involvement or monitoring to speak of. We're not going to be out enforcing anything, how do I put it, visibly or making an effort to go out and check on everyone.
Customers like Denhart say they've appreciated what restaurants and bars have done to both open up and practice social distancing.
That everybody's been working hard to do what they can to make sure that everybody is safe and everybody's comfortable, and if they want to come out, that they feel comfortable doing it.
Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Restaurants in cities large and small are taking part in this reopening. Several places in St. Joe opened outdoor seating and got permits to block off part of the sidewalks to set up as well. Stores also opened up today, including malls. Customers lined up to get inside of Marketplace Mall in Champaign. There are hand sanitizing stations around the mall, and stores will have to enforce social distancing. The food court will be closed for dine-in, but people can get takeout. Play areas and the carousel will also stay closed. Businesses in Danville welcomed back customers today. Several reopened at the Village Mall, and more will follow next week. In one part of the city, Mad Goat Coffee has opened up, and in another, customers can grab a beer at Fatman's Warehouse. And we caught up with some shoppers in Springfield today. They told us they have no problems going inside as long as everyone is being careful.
Everybody should be very careful and follow the wearing the masks, and but I'm ready. I think everybody's ready to get out there and start getting back to normal.
Some stores did not open today. They have plans to open later in June. That includes Macy's and Marshall's. Some churches are ready to get their services back to normal. The governor and public health issue new guidance for places of worship. Services had been limited to 10 people, but now the guidance recommends capping services at 100 people or 25% capacity. The Diocese of Springfield plans to train its parishes on social distancing before coming back next week.
We're taking this a step at a time. So this is sort of like, putting your feet in the water and testing and seeing how we're going to go. So as I said, it's not 100% doors open, everybody come. Even this 25% is incremental, and we'll see how it's going.
The diocese plans to continue its online services. The governor is still encouraging worshiping from home or in your vehicle. Over the past 24 hours, 1,600 more people in Illinois have tested positive for COVID-19, bringing the total number of cases to more than 117,000. 86 more people have died, bringing the death toll to more than 5,000. And COVID-19 is now in all but one of Illinois' counties. Edgar County became the 101st of 102 to have a case. We're told that patient is recovering at home. In other news, a Milford man was arrested for murder. 47-year-old Jason Fancher is facing charges in the death of 54-year-old Pam Williams in Iroquois County. Williams was found outside of Sheldon in December. Matthew Borden was also a suspect in that death and for the murder of Brian Musk. Borden shot himself after a chase with Colorado State Police. Fancher is only facing murder charges for Williams' death. And we have an update on a shooting in Danville. Police arrested a suspect they say shot a man in the neck. 34-year-old Nathan Weiskopf is facing charges of aggravated battery with a firearm and unlawful possession of a weapon. The victim is still in the hospital. We have new information tonight. The coroner released the name of a man found in the Sangamon River yesterday. It was 55-year-old Larry Noblin of Springfield. He went missing in Riverton on Sunday. Early autopsy results show his cause of death was drowning. And Taylorville police arrested 2 people suspected of dealing a drug that led to 2 teens overdosing. 18-year-old Lewis Sullivan and 20-year-old Carissa Hodge were taken into custody. The teens who overdosed survived and are recovering. The drug is being called the Hulk. Police believe it's Xanax mixed with fentanyl. They say the drug looks like a bar of Xanax, except it's green. People protesting the death of George Floyd gathered near the Champaign Police Department tonight. Floyd died in Minneapolis police custody this week. A grocery store worker had accused him of trying to pass a counterfeit $20 bill. Video showed an officer digging his knee into Floyd's neck. That officer was arrested for murder. Champaign Police Chief Anthony Cobb released a statement. He said, quote, "I feel it's important to stress that I am deeply disturbed by the recent events in Minneapolis, just like many of you understandably are and have shared with us directly." We will have his full statement on WCIA.com. And dozens want to put a stop to a plan that would get rid of geese from Crystal Lake Park in Urbana. Take a look at this from today. People took to the streets around Crystal Lake today. They said the geese are an attraction to the park and that they should not be slaughtered. The park district voted for a charity harvest to reduce the number of geese from about 80 to 10 or 20 geese total. U.S. officials are working on a plan to punish China because of a crackdown in Hong Kong, but it could also cause problems for the U of I. Plus, one woman saved for years to replace her roof, but she didn't have to look far for help to do the work. And he was a professional baseball player for years. How a former Illini still has sports as a big part of his life.